Hello, are we started yet? It is taking too long time.
IPA,
Can I start now?
IPA 2 bukannya negatif.
Emang iya? Mohon maaf soalnya IPA 3 yang positif ya. IPA 2 negatif.
Good afternoon. We're from grade 10, Science 3. My name is Yonan Meta Jawahari as the first speaker of affirmative team. And there's Timothy Yuri Kartika as the second speaker of affirmative team. And lastly, Rafael Benedict as third speaker of affirmative team.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tanya Natasha Kurniawan as the first speaker of this team. There's Fernando William Alexander as the second speaker, and there's Brian Teo as the third speaker of this team. Thank you.
Honorable to the educators, moderator, timekeeper, my beloved negative team, and all of the audience, good afternoon. In this era, we always carry and use the cell phone wherever we are, like at home, workplace, park, school, and every public places. However, sometimes there are pros and cons when it comes to bringing the cell phone to school. It's often debated by teachers, students, and also parents, and that's what we're going to argue about. So the motion of our debate is, should cell phone be allowed in school? Cell phone is a wireless portable phone that can connect it to internet, and school is a place for students to study under the direction of teacher. At school, we can use the cell phone for various things, such as for studying, communicating, information sources, and others. And that's why we, as a positive team, believe that cell phone should be allowed in school. As a first speaker, I'll talking about using cell phone as learning tool in classroom. Using cell phone as learning tool, it means we using cell phone for study. We can download an educational application to help us study, or connect our cell phone to Wi-Fi so we can access an internet. There's one of public school that I know that the students keep their cell phone by their own. If there's an assignment for them, sometimes their teacher asks them to search the answers and explanation via internet. Because if they search it from book, it takes a very long time to find it, and that's not necessarily if there's an answer. The information in books is limited, but the information on the internet is unlimited. So, cell phone should be allowed in school because it's very helpful for students and teachers as a learning tool. That's all for me, and thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Tanya Natasha Kurniawan. As the first speaker of this team, I'm going to give an explanation of why do we disagree of allowing cell phone in school. The first thing that it'll distract students' focus can be by pop-up notifications or their intention to check up and scrolling to social media. The second one is it'll disconnected face-to-face interaction between one student to another. If it lasts long, it'll affect with the student's personality. They would become more introverted and less care with the society and the environment. The third one is that there are going to be a misuse cases, such as playing games during classes, cheating during exam and assignments, spreading of rumors, lie informations, explicit content, or even cyberbullying. Therefore, Phone allowance at school didn't really help the students or even the teacher to optimize their school system or experience level. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention and good afternoon.
Okay. When you say this, when we use smartphone at school, it will disrupt the school activity. Honestly, we can mute it or turn the power off the cell phone. And in my opinion, if students allowed to use their cell phone at school, it will help the student and teacher very much. You can give and receive many information. You can communicate each other easily. Then the teacher can also do the same. They can inform the student really quick. Then they can give the assignments or anything else to the student easily. And the cell phone will make the school activity more effective. I give an example. In case of emergency, students can communicate each other or to anyone easily. If the student forget to bring their homework, they can use their phone to call their parent faster than they ask their teacher to call their parent. Or after school, if there's something that makes you cannot back to your home, like heavy rain or anything else, you can use your cell phone to call your parents and ask them to pick you up. Or you just order online taxi easily. It will help a lot both for student and teacher. That's my opinion, and thank you.
Uh, so, so Fiona's mentioned that there's a lot of pro and cons. So you are agreeing that using the phone in the classroom, it has the cons, right? So the main point is for studying and communicating, it's kind of useless because studying, there's a book. And why you shouldn't open the Google? Because the Google usually gives you the alternate version, so you cannot study at home and learn it more. And for communicating, why are you going to communicating in your phone while you can speak, while you can talk? And number three, you said that we can order some cab or like Gojek or Grab food, Grab or anything, but the main thing is in our classroom. It's not for the school. It is in the class. So it's kind of useless. It's for like you are learning something. The teacher is teaching you. You are using your phone, right? So it's kind of not that good idea to for order some cap. And for building up education, it's kind of useless because a lot of teachers in Ananda also is kind of like the old-fashioned way or a little bit traditional. They like to write on the paper on the whiteboard and give us the like mail or letter or anything and agenda. We can use the letter also and we can write it on our agenda for assignment purposes. So you are agreeing that cheating is also counts in this thing, right? Assignment purposes, right? You are said that we can use the Google for assignment purposes. So you are admitted that we can cheat also in our assignment. That's all for me. Thank you. Udah.
Uh, the conclusion from our group are cell phones should be used in school, but are still in context for learning tools such as downloading learning application and searching for information via internet. They can get many information quickly and unlimited. In class, they can silence their phone. They can communicate each other easily in both normal and emergency situation. It applies for students and teacher. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna talk it straight away. So I think from the pro is kind of ridiculous. He said, but in the first sentence, I think they're not sure with their what they learn, what they search. So yeah, I think it's kind of ridiculous. And yeah, for the cons in our group, we agree that the phone usage should not be allowed because yeah, there's a lot of negative things. Your focus can be attracted. So yeah, if you don't want to get attracted, you can turn off the notification. But it will, you cannot receive any message that very important or maybe less important. So yeah, it's much better if you tell it right away. And yeah, less social interact. You know, you're using your phone and then yeah, you're literally doing it by yourself. Not you don't need the other's help. And yeah, that's kind of very bad. And yeah, not really helpful at all. You this usage for phone has a lot of negative too. Cheating, cyberbullying, and yeah, explicit content. For me, explicit content is the most dangerous because we don't know if you put your camera on while studying at class. We don't know someone will photo something that yeah kind of explicit. Yeah, that's my opinion. Sorry for misunderstanding from my word. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oke, C. Jadi kita keluar nih ya.
Oh, oke, kita langsung list ya.
Davin jangan galak.
Good afternoon, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Um, we are from 11 IPA 1. I'm Tamara Kalista as the first speaker, and Melvin Nathaniel as the second speaker, and Devin Wilbert as the third speaker.
Hello, good afternoon. We from 11 Science 2, and I'm Jonathan Regan as a first speaker, Sebastian as second speaker, and Surantoten as the third speaker.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tamara Kalista, and I'm the first speaker of the class of team. So the motion given is should cell phone use be allowed in school? As we know and as we can see, cell phone has many uses. Cell phone is really useful for people nowadays, including millennials, teenagers like us, and maybe cell phone has become a secondary way. Because cell phone can be used for communication, business, knowing the news, listening music, playing games, and also studying. The question is, should cell phone use be allowed in school? We think yes. Why? Well, I'm gonna explain the reasons through 2 points. The first, cell phone used for study. Cell phone is very useful, very helpful in learning. With the use of cell phone, a student can look for references, search for learning materials, whether for individual assignments or group assignments. It helps students to open their mind because they can search learning materials from any sources. And if it's for group assignments, students can discuss the topic, the learning materials, and they can exchange ideas to respond to it. And then the second, cell phone used for communication. Besides being useful for learning, this cell phone also used for communication because we talk about use of a cell phone at school. So I'm gonna give you an example. As we can see so far in our school, when it's time to go home from school, many of the students use their cell phone to ask their parents to pick them up by texting or calling their parents. And besides that, cell phones can be used to order online motorcycle taxis such as Gojek or Grab. Imagine if cell phone were not allowed, maybe students would have to take turns using school phones and it would make it complicated and ineffective. And our school has been doing this all along, and we believe that all of us here find it easier to learn and to communicate with the help of cell phones. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Intan Regan and I'm from 11 Science 2. Cell phone can be used for all age, but for children, it must be under control their parents. Most of children use cell phone for playing games. I don't agree with that motion because if students use their cell phone when they study, it will makes they remember for their game or their social media. These things will distract their focus and many negative things can be done. For example, first cheating. With their cell phone, it's easy to send or get the answer. And the second, cyberbullying. With their social media, it's easy to share or upload someone's disgrace. It will make someone's mentally down. It will make someone's mentally down. And the third, sharing negative things. With their cell phone, it's easy for sharing hoax news or blue film. With cell phone, it's so easy to do these things. I think cell phone is dangerous for school reputation because cell phone have a camera. With camera, student can capture negative things like someone's disgrace, or they can make a video of someone's fight or someone's get bully. It will destroy school reputation. For increase their knowledge or insight, student can go to the library or ask their teacher. If student want to call their parents when they are sick or time to go home, they can borrow school's telephone or teacher's phone and call their parents to pick them up. The conclusion is that the negative impacts more than positive impacts if cell phone use be allowed in school. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Melvin Nathaniel, and I'm the second speaker of the positive team. I will rebut the arguments of the first person of negative team. If you say that, in that case, there should at least be someone watching him while they're wearing his cell phone. Because if the student didn't allow the cell phone go to school, I think the student may be bored in learning because many teachers now teach in a monotonous way. And students, I think if they're allowed cell phone to the school, I think students can also find new creativity in using mobile phone. I will give to you how cell phone can be used efficiently in school. The first is using educational learning apps. Cell phone gives students access to tools and apps that can help them complete and stay on top of their classwork. These tools can also teach students to develop better study habits, like time management and organization skills. The second is incorporating digital platforms and lessons. Using social media can keep students interested in class and encourage them to participate in the discussion. Some teachers create Twitter hashtags or message boards students can use during class discussion to share thoughts and ideas. This can be especially helpful for students who might not be able comfortable speaking in class. Third, supplementing lessons with digital materials. Teachers can take advantage of cell phone by providing students with resources to find more information about a topic. This can include videos, news stories, online discussion groups, and more. Allowing students to access these resources in class can help encourage participation and discussion. And last, providing easy access to more information. Cell phone can give students access to more information, letting them research more about a topic while having class discussion. This is especially true for current events that have not yet been covered in school textbooks. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Bastian from 11 Science 2. I'm the second speaker of negative team. From the arguments, the positive team said, I say cell phones should not be allowed in a school, as they will cause distraction for both students and teachers. Students also use a cell phone for playing social media, playing games, and taking unnecessary picture during class. And in some cases, students use cell phones for cheating during tests. I think students already got so many times of using cell phones at home. So using phone in schools too, I think it makes the people thinks that we can live without a cell phones. In some case, maybe cell phones everyone thinks is useful for a learning app, but we can just learn a lesson just from the cell phones. We can learn anything from anywhere, like for example, from the teachers, from the book, and from parents and our family. So my point is that the cell phones not very useful in school because of the distraction is too big of our focus. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Davin, and I'm the third speaker of Positive Team. Should cell phone use be allowed in school? It is okay for us to bring cell phone to school because a lot of life is done using technology. If properly managed, cell phone can be used as tool to help children learn in the classroom. As example, search for learning material, whether for individual assignment or group assignment, and using educational learning app cell phone. And our school has been doing this all along, and we believe that all of us here find it easier to learn with the help of cell phone. Cell phone also used for communication, as we can see so far in our school when it's time to go home from school. Many of the students use their cell phone to ask their parents to pick them. up by texting or calling their parents. And besides that, cell phone can be used to order online motorcycle taxis such as Gojek or Grab. Incorporating digital platform into lesson using social media can keep students interested in class and encourage them to participate. And in the discussion, some teachers create Twitter hashtag or message board. Students can use during class discussion to share thoughts and ideas. That's all. Thank you.
Uh, the cell phone, student use cell phone, it's dangerous because student hard to control themselves to use with positive things. They are tend to use to take to see something that irrelevant. They are not to use for school, like cyberbullying, take some disgraceful photo, and make crime to the other people. And cell phone, it's make people not consent, make performance student down because they are tend to not concentration in class and use the cell phone to play game and media source and medsos. And if student want to call Gojek or Grab, they are can use school phone to make order, then have to use their own cell phone. That from myself,